Hello, people. How's everybody doing tonight? 7th second here. You guys are having a wonderful, is it Tuesday? Is it a Tuesday? Fuck, it's a Tuesday. God damn. Today I felt like nothing happened. While at the same time, it felt like an extremely slow day. I don't even know how to explain it. I think at one point I was gonna do an afternoon stream. I was gonna do a Zooter seed in the afternoon, but like my friends, I guess I got some messaging confused with my friends where I thought we would be watching One Piece in the afternoon because I thought we were all off, and that wasn't the case. Turns out, like, one of the guys in the group, the one who tends to organize like next episode and all that stuff so that way he keeps track of that, he's not off until next week, so we won't be able to do anything then. But it's like, if I'd known that, I would have done an afternoon stream. But I basically said, oh, okay, I guess we might do this, so I'll just do some other stuff in the meantime. And then that just ended up not happening. And then we ended up watching One Piece for a really long time. So, and then just sat and chatted for a while because one of our group was like, I gotta go. And so we just sat and talked for a while about Pathfinder stuff and about like anime stuff in general. And that ended about 20 minutes ago. So it's like, But yeah, so fun note. I need to do my Duolingo for the day. I'm in the middle of it because I realized it like about a minute before the stream flipped over to the to this game. So,
Pretty straight,
oi,
dude!
Motor. Thank you for the host. How you doing? Wow, that's really fucked up. They're just drinking milk? Yeah, okay. Where did you sit? I don't know why I remember Suwatate. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna pull this up. I don't even know if y'all can hear this or not. I have it pretty close. Oh, this is a matching one, so you're not gonna be able to see much. So, Ake, Abe, Sentaku, Suwadi. That's really? Oh, okay. Sure. Is that I opened the window? I'm eating breakfast now? Okuni. It was Suwade Mashtaka? Where did you sit? Yeah, same thing. This is one of the one things Duolingo does, is they tell you they do a lot of similar things. Another one of the matching ones. So that was Sentaku. Ake. Soji. Is this Suwadi? Kairi. I drank tea, then I drank coffee? Or I drink tea and coffee? Is that what it is? Drink black tea and coffee? Yeah, okay. Please sit at the desk. Or I know that's not please. It's like yeah. Isn't it? Oh, Isu's chair. What the fuck is desk? I don't remember. Sit on the chair. Mizu o nonde kudasai? Won't you open the window? Yeah, okay. Yes, I tabete kudasai. So what is that? Okay. Kaite imasen? There we go. Oh, yikes, no. If I could do this all the time with Duolingo. All right, let's get to the game. They do this with Duolingo a lot. Where they will give you like full screen ads like for 10 seconds and I'm like, I don't know. So almost every time I do that, I just force close it and just restart it. That should be enough to get it to capture. Yeah, excellent. I don't need figure. I need project source. All right. It's gonna be loud. You about to be loud? All right. You guys are set to always on top. We'll drop out for the intro because that's what we always fucking do. I want them to let's say this. I'm gonna say this as many times as I can. I want them to release the full version of this song somewhere where I can get it. All right. So last time we did literally everything. Dungeon's done. We just need to decide. I don't think we're doing anything else. I don't think there's anything Cammy's the only one available today, which is fine. What are my supplies? I haven't looked at my items in a while. I probably have enough. I have plenty of like really, really good healing items. A lot of really good SP. How many revives do I have? I have like, what was that, 12? Bunch of Hiranyas. A bunch of, are they down here? These are Magatamas. I have plenty of these Ofudas, so if things get really weird really fast, I can burn some Ofudas in a pinch.
Okay.
Let's go in.
Is everyone here?
This is the time to send the calling card.
Once you decide to send this calling card, there will be no going back. Make sure you're fully prepared beforehand, okay?
All right, we're going in.
It's finally coming down to this. So, how are we gonna send the calling card?
It would be pointless to send it to the Diet Building.
And even if we handed it over to different media sources, who knows how it would be treated? The worst case scenario would be giving it to the police under the table. What shall we do then?
I wonder.
Futaba-chan? My Futaba cannon is ready.
Huh?
It's good to go. Look. Now, if I do this... When did you make this?
You should have told us you were planning something.
To trick your enemies, you first gotta trick your allies.
How stylish.
It's kick-ass! This should work nicely.
All right. It's time for people to start coming to their senses.
First start with national news. Since the young man suspected to be the leader of the Phantom Thieves died while in custody, the police have officially announced that these crimes have come to an end and assure everyone that the peace will be restored in the community.
Yo, what is up, everybody? We are the ones who you all know as the Phantom Thieves.
And all of us are alive and kicking. But those shitty guys in power, they've been manipulating information to try and hide the truth.
What is this? Where's it coming from?
I don't know. We can't switch it out. Seems we aren't the only ones affected either.
So, before we appropriate our next target, we would like to first borrow your time. The recent scandals of public figures, the
What if that's just an
caused by
event?
psychotic breakdowns and mental shutdowns. These weren't caused by unknown reasons. One man is behind every single instance, simply to satiate his own greed.
That man was afraid his crimes would be exposed and shifted the blame on us. He even manipulated the police for that.
We only steal the hearts of criminals. But this asshole tried to dump what he did on us. That just shows he doesn't care about those
Are they
victims
stupid?
at all.
Shut everything down!
The identity of that cowardly man is...
What the hell? Who's getting good?
Ooh, the police reacted much faster than I thought. Too bad. I
The man behind it all is a current cabinet member of all things. The Minister of State for Special Missions, Messiah Shishida.
Everything that guy says is a lie. And to prove that, look, as you can see, all of us are alive and kicking. I'm sure the people investigating us can tell if this is a lie or not. Shido himself will soon confess all the crimes.
You
that
think
he's
it's some
committed.
kind of prank?
Look forward to it, everyone.
No way. Could this be real? Don't block the road, people!
What's going on?
We're not gonna sit back and watch some crook wreck this country just because of his goddamn ego.
that right, leader.
Hey, we can see his face.
Yes. Before that happens, we will take this country.
Hello? Yes. Yes. We're looking into it now. Please, if you would so kindly...
Very well. I'll crush them beneath my heel.
Did the remaining members put that notice out? What did they mean when they said nobody has died? Could they have installed a new leader just to threaten us and Shido?
We're going to check with the different departments. Excuse me.
Like, this is unfortunate
Yes?
for them.
What? How can that be? The Phantom Thief's corpse seems to be missing from the morgue.
Didn't your men check the death certificate and carrier documents?
Yes, but,
Give me a straight answer.
perhaps this Phantom Thief tricked us with his bizarre powers. Maybe he just made us think he had died.
Who made those documents? Who was there at the scene of the suicide?
Find a way to stop a change of heart! Don't we have Wakaba Ishiki's research materials? And what about Akechi? Where did that useless brat go? He must have run away knowing he failed. Bring him here when you find him. Got that?
The great part about this is that it's his own mind that killed him.
I'll erase any who gets in my way. Just as I've always done.
He doesn't know he's the one who killed Akechi, but yeah.
Where is the Phantom Thief's body?
Phantom Thief? Body?
This isn't the time for games.
I really don't know what you're speaking of. Oh, but that reminds me. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. But everything from then on is a blur. No. Could I have done something wrong? Then
Hey!
Did the Phantom Thieves get to her?
Don't tell me. Was your heart... Could this be true, Nichima?
What have I done?
The Phantom Thief! He's alive!
Even so, how did he escape from the station?
It doesn't matter. We must catch him. We can't let this get out. Not only was the suicide announcement false, but he got away on top of that. We'll have to interrogate you as a key witness.
Why me?
Check the documents you created. You may remember something once you look at them, but even if you can't recall, all responsibility for his escape rests squarely on your shoulders.
Sure it does, when she was taken off the case and, you know, told to not do anything anymore. To step down and all that stuff. Yeah, it's totally her fault.
I'm sorry. I honestly don't know what's going on here.
You're the last person to talk to that Phantom Thief. You have to clean up your boss's mess. If you're going to resent someone, resent your dead director.
Is illness really what killed him? Do you think his death was truly due to illness?
Exactly.
That doesn't matter. Your actions have made a mockery of the police force. You're going to pay for this, I promise.
Very well. It's all up to you now, everyone.
Maybe you shouldn't whisper that right in front of the cops.
Police officials are said to be currently reviewing the facts of the Phantom Thieves' notice and...
Welcome.
Search the place. You're Sojiro Sakura, yes?
Who the hell are you?
I want to think that the guy in the background here, the guy in the upper right, who's like searching all of the coffee beans, is secretly a coffee fanatic. And he's like, oh, you have that? Oh my God, that I've only heard of this rare blend. Oh yeah, he's just losing his mind. He's not even he's like lost all focus in the pursuit of trying to figure out what they were looking for, and is just enthralled by the coffee beans.
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
Oh, you mean those guys they've been talking about on TV?
Don't play dumb with me.
This is obstruction of business, you know.
We've investigated this thoroughly.
Is this the only way you do things?
They're not upstairs.
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
If you're not a customer, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He's an accomplice. Take him away.
Don't get all cocky. You're just some useless criminal's lapdog. Justice isn't on your side.
The notice put forth by these so-called Phantom Thieves is absolutely groundless. It is nothing more than a wicked terrorist act aimed at obstructing the elections. What we need now is a powerful, unyielding leader. I am willing to risk my life to fight them.
Oh, which one is right? Shido or the Phantom Thieves?
My first question would be like, Cheeto, how do you plan to fight people who steal hearts? How do you plan to do that?
I hear what Shido-san is saying, but is it true?
I speak now to those who call themselves Phantom Thieves. Your actions are gravely serious crimes. You are rebelling against the laws of this country and unnecessarily causing alarm among its citizens. I call on you to surrender yourselves at once and apologize to the people of this proud nation.
The Phantom Thieves cut into a live broadcast signal, didn't they? They're crazy.
But don't you think that Shido looks like a criminal too?
Oh, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I hope they catch them soon.
That bastard Shido's trying to act all calm, but he's probably freaking out on the inside.
Apologize? Quite the funny joke.
Who is the real criminal here? A lot of people are gathered here.
Our calling card has had a tremendous effect.
I'm real proud of that one.
All they're doing is making noise, though.
Seriously, they should just go home and sleep.
Even after what happened, not many people want to see Shido have a change of heart. What we're about to do is just... right?
They'll see soon.
There you have it. You have a point. Hey, look over there!
To think he'd actually go after Masayoshi Shido. Youth is incredible. This has me excited as well. That boy really keeps the news rolling in.
She doesn't notice we're here, right? That keen journalist knows is a force to be reckoned with. Whoa, why's Mishima here? Man, that kid's impressive.
Don't, Mishima, don't fucking look this way. Don't look this way. Don't do it.
I guarantee it. Now that's what I like to hear.
There may not be many of them, but we have to cherish our fans. Let's go change Shido's heart.
If only I were 20 years younger.
Your victory is certain.
Isn't this crazy? The Phantom Thieves are totally insane!
Aw, I wish I'd gone straight home. I could have seen it in person in Shibuya that way. To think he would turn out to be such a troublemaker.
It's almost like we're praying to the Phantom Thieves here.
All right. We want party. Are we fine with this? I think for the moment we're fine with this. Maybe we do. No, we'll be fine.
Let's go.
Oh, I need to have you back on so you can see this. All right. Okay. Because I don't want to make a dumb mistake. I'm going to make sure I save this.
I should write something.
I'll do it at 1 extra. Well, I might actually go get the blanket.
Let's go.
That one. Just wrap my legs up in it. But yeah, on the off chance I get clapped by this boss. Because I remember the first time I fought this motherfucker. I absolutely got destroyed. I think it took 3 or 4 attempts. Yeah, dumb mistakes are fun. I just don't want to have to re-skip like 4 or 5 cutscenes. So it's like, I'll save so I don't have to redo all of the cutscenes of the initial part. So.
Shido!
Where did you lowlifes obtain that power? Not that it matters. If you have a complaint, I'm willing to listen.
What did you do to Akechi? He was your own son.
I had a feeling it was something like that. He reminded me too much of that woman. I also have an idea as to why he approached me. He was hoping to trap me, was he not? He was sharp, but in the end he was just a kid. I controlled him merely by offering praise. I intended to dispose of him as soon as I became Prime Minister.
What?
I could never keep someone with such intimate knowledge of my past alive. What an ace detective. He was standing beside me all this time, yet couldn't see through my plans. His destroying himself saved me quite a bit of effort, though.
How could you? You stole my mom's research and took her life!
Everything you've done has been for your own selfish gains. You even killed my father. I will never forgive you.
Sacrifices are inevitable in the path of reform. I only require that the foolish entrust themselves to their superiors. I shall guide them.
The hell makes you think you're so much better than everyone else?
You never would have been able to make it this far without Akechi's help!
He only appeared because of the expectations God held for me. Moreover, it was thanks to me that Akechi was able to properly use his power to begin with. The changing of hearts that you've been doing was nothing more than provoking the public.
How selfish! You were unable to win by honest means, so you used foul tricks to ascend the political ladder.
A cruel person like you has no right to stand leading the citizens of this country. You're nothing but a criminal who rose above others by climbing a staircase of sin.
The life of a nation, as opposed to those of a few sacrifices. There can be no comparison. The ignorant masses only care about their own personal happiness. I am merely granting that for them. That is the social reform that only I, as the one chosen by God, can enact.
I can't believe you look down on everyone else so harshly.
I'd never accept a leader who makes a teenager murder people! You say it's for the country, but I bet it's all for yourself. Nobody would wish for something like that!
Nobody? Then why was I chosen? Why are they surrendering the seat of Prime Minister to me? Everyone denies the value of hard work these days. Instead, they seek to effortlessly gain wealth. That is why I must re-establish this mighty country. One that does not waver. One that others bow to.
Mighty my ass! That's just a crooked country made by a crook!
We cannot let you do this. You are a disgrace to Japan. Hence, we will take your deranged heart.
Those who disobey me must be eliminated. However, considering the loss of Akechi, it would be a waste to kill those who are actually capable. I will allow you to choose between life or death. One last time.
So considering that we're watching One Piece with my Pathfinder friends, and we just got through the arc with Big Mom, this choice seems really important. Seems very familiar. Life or leave.
Devote your power to my social reform. I will give you anything you want, be it wealth or status.
Yikes, no.
There's no way we'd follow you. No matter how many times you ask, our answer's not gonna change.
So, Akechi came in and fought us. It happened in the last set. Set 40. Which is not the last time Persona was played because I was under the wrong category for the raid night last night. Akechi came and fought us. And we got to see what his actual powers look like. And then Shido's cognitive version of Akechi came in and fought him. And as Futaba put it, his signal disappeared. I'll let you make the interpretation of what that means on your own.
It seems the ignorant masses are doomed to remain as such. I thought you were smarter than that. This is unfortunate. I have no choice but to eliminate you all. A small leak will sink a great ship. Great nations have fallen to such lenience. I will not make such incautious mistakes!
There's tons of them! Since when?
Let me make myself clear. Do not think of me as you did my foolish son who acted so brashly. You little... Die! Without further delay!
Our leader's gone through shit because of you! It's on!
You stand in my way.
Also, legit, one of my favorite boss
There is
musics.
no need for thieves in my mighty country. Only myself and the ones who revere me are needed.
Risking our lives
Yes.
to stop rotten adults. That's why we're phantom thieves.
He had a shot, or he knew he had an inkling that Akechi was something.
Calm down.
Potentially a son, because he reminded him of Akechi's mom, who. Akechi was his son. All right, I don't remember which one this is.
Persona!
We're gonna find out real fast.
Ravage them!
Is this the magic resistant one?
Persona! Let's go.
It's also where we're gonna get to a point where bosses are gonna start. Ooh, good dodge. Does that get rid of Joker's thing? No, it doesn't get rid of his repel. I want to say this thing is like resistant. Yeah, okay, we're in the magic only phase, which means we need...
Sorry,
Let's get this done.
Let's go.
Something else.
Strong and immune to physical strikes?
This is the button I'm trying to
Brute
hit.
force won't work.
To the back line. Yeah, let's go. Persona! Take that!
I won't go easy.
All right,
Good dodge. Oh, see, this is a dick move because all the bosses at this point start coming with Dekaja.
Persona! I feel so powerful.
It's time.
We're gonna do the same thing.
All right.
Persona!
Yeah, I think we can burn the boss out of the phase.
Go.
Oh shit, this thing. Oh. Fuck me. That's bad. That's going to happen. And that's going to happen.
Persona!
Do I have any way to clear that? I don't remember if I have anybody who can clear that at the moment.
Not that.
I have an item to clear it? Shit.
Using it.
Everyone's health is really low. Can someone heal?
Who's going next? He is. Do I not have any Takamedics?
Ready, Joker.
Oh no. I don't have any AoE healing. Oh, that's a mistake.
Using this.
Sure, I got 7 of them.
Thank you.
They all have the survive talent.
I won't go easy.
That was awesome, Mona.
Resistance is futile.
Who's next? Oh, we actually learned how to fix this last time.
Mona's burning! Put it out or it'll keep hurting him!
Black Frost. Go down.
Persona!
I think I have something to cure specifically.
What's my next move?
I thought I had something specifically to clear it. I don't have any extinguish orbs. Are they higher? Also, this isn't the full version of it. You know, we got this. All right.
lowlights.
Phase 2, I think.
I hope you understand what it means to turn your back on me.
I don't want to understand.
Then you shall perish! You shall regret these foolish actions against me in the afterlife!
All right.
It changed?
I will destroy you!
I didn't think it was really impressive that they made an entire griffin out of people.
Done. I'm tired of waiting.
Leave it to me. Come.
Who's got my charges?
Suki.
Persona.
He's gonna burn a Dakaja to get rid of it.
Nice move, Spox.
Oh, that's right. He goes down the chain. I forgot. Okay, so Ryuji's got to block this turn.
I am thou.
Persona.
Oi. Jared. Thank you for the raid. How you doing, dude? Welcome to Shenanigans.
Black Frost. Ravage them.
441, not bad.
Persona.
He's gonna do wind and lightning this next turn.
Awaiting orders.
Can you endure this?
That's fine. You can hit her with that. You're gonna try to hit Ryuji with it, but I'm already blocking with him. So next is gonna be Makoto's got to block on her turn. You already charged.
Weapon Persona.
You weren't.
Persona.
You're about to be.
Persona.
All right, I need to make sure I'm on something that blocks those two. That is good. 45 train's not bad.
You're mine.
She's got a guard.
Can you endure this?
Really, the reflect is what kicked him over? Son of a bitch.
Why won't you stop resisting?
All right, phase 3.
The nation I strive for is the ultimate realization of the public's happiness.
It changed again?
Now it doesn't matter what we use. We just need to blast
The
it.
weak must be sacrificed for the sake of grand ideals.
How are things doing, dude?
Is the natural order of this world.
Or are you streaming? What was it?
Eat this.
470 is pretty good.
Support's on the way.
HP up? Hell yeah.
Persona. There.
Ooh, how are you doing in that? It's been a while since I played that game.
Persona. Let's go. Here.
I think if we start getting too buff heavy, he starts Dakajiing us, so we gotta watch for that.
Let's go.
It might actually be worth it. Who's next?
Some other way.
Koto's next. Do I want her to? No, I think we want to just heal.
Persona.
Go down.
No holding back.
Oh,
Joker's looking pretty bad. Let's show him, Queen.
There's no way this works. There's no way this works, right? There's no way this works. Fuck it. Full throttle. Let's see it happen.
Let's go.
We get into.
Make way for the fist of the Phantom.
Get serious.
Sorry.
Oh, so it's the base version. Oh no, it's not. Hang on.
Can't run now.
You're already dead.
For real? Ah!
Woo!
Everyone's health is really low. Can someone heal?
Persona! All set.
I am thou.
Take this!
It's time. All right.
Persona! Okay.
So like, I think somewhere around this time they gave everybody alternate versions of what happens with everything. Shit. All right.
It's charging up.
I think we have 2 turns.
Be careful!
Persona!
I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That's phase 3. That was phase 3.
Useless, ignorant masses! It seems even thieves should not be taken lightly if they come in
like a
great enough
weird
numbers.
State.
Once you're losing, you're putting all the blame on the masses, huh?
I'm in like a weird state in my room because it's relatively cold below my desk because like the heat just doesn't reach down there. So that's where like my legs and my feet are. But like my upper body's a little warm. So it's like I can't. Temperature's fluctuating. Oh.
So, you're the one unifying them.
A touching reunion, isn't it?
The next time you crush a foe, I suggest you do it in a more certain manner.
Not that there'll be a next time for you.
You're more than just a member of the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
You remember me?
This ain't the first time you failed to finish this guy off.
You took him to court, and yet you don't remember? You truly don't care about the fate of others.
Wait. Could you be the one from back then?
Mm-hmm.
That damn brat who showed up and stood against me when I was with that woman! I see. So it truly is you. What an interesting turn of fate. But your efforts will be worthless in the end.
What?
Small sacrifices are inescapable for those wishing to be powerful, competent leaders. How would you ever reach your destination if you stopped to count every ant you crushed on the road?
Are you saying that the people you killed deserve to die?
Sounds like it.
He's totally insane.
I wouldn't expect the ignorant masses of this country to understand. Thus, I will offer proof. By forcefully crushing the Phantom Thieves!
Now we get the full version of the song.
Erase any who stand in my way. I shall win this game!
It's gonna be a little bit louder because I'm cranking it for the fucking music.
What is this power? Careful! Those muscles aren't just for show!
Actually, you know what? I can crank it on my end.
Persona!
How loud is that?
I'll use my persona!
A little bit louder. Way down there. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I don't think any of my buffs from the previous cycle went going.
And stay down!
Oh, we need that off of him. I don't think we can get it off of him fast enough.
Fox, withdrawing.
Ready to engage.
It's time.
Do I have anybody? I don't think I have anybody with the Kaja at this point.
No.
I have a clearer. I know I have a clearer. I think I just got to use these because I don't think I have anything else. Nah, I think that's all I got. Where was it? It was down.
This one.
Hey, get that fucking heat riser off you, sir.
Weapon persona! All set!
Persona! Persona!
Oh, I think this is her hardest hitting move.
And stay down.
Come on, keep up!
Yes.
Sorry.
Let's heat things up!
She's gonna start cranking damage. I hope you realize this.
All right. Persona!
Persona! No holds barred!
You can't match my ambition.
Oh, Jesus.
Watch out, Persona!
I'm not used to him going after people that aren't Joker.
Not bad.
Did she get her stats dropped?
There. Persona! Now that's power!
Persona!
Let's clear everybody up. Let's get everybody coughed off. We don't want any weird shit happening.
I won't go easy.
That's fine.
Let's do this! I feel so powerful.
Persona!
We're just dumping damage on this man. I'm not even worrying about tons of debuffs. But I will buff a little bit.
I'll use my persona! Let's go. Thank you!
Thanks!
This also makes for a really good Beat Saber song. I forgot to put the camera back up. Phase 2? Phase 4? We're in phase 4. Phase 5?
But there is no reason for me to lose to thieves. Resistance is futile.
Oh, God.
Persona!
Get that off of him.
Impertinence.
Let's go. You're mine.
Persona! Get wrecked!
Jesus.
Persona! Feel my rage!
Not bad.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Ari, send recovery. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Blast him. All right. Phase 4. That's done.
How are these lowlife brats beating me?
Now's our chance! Let's take his treasure!
Remember.
Don't think you've won. The power held by the most elite is what rules over our society. It's vexing that I have to use this on some foolish brats. But I will educate you through and through.
He's still gonna come at us?
Let's take his heart.
Did you hear that, Cheeto?
Limit break.
Cheeto! I have decades of experience over these brats.
No way. He's He's even stronger now?
Yeah, this is where we need to start really worrying because he's gonna start doing some dumb shit.
Die.
It's time. All right.
Let's do this! I'll use my persona!
She's almost out of SP. I'm gonna have to use an item on her.
I won't go easy.
That's new.
Then stay down.
Come. Go down.
Joker, your health is low! Watch out! How about this? No holding back!
Joker's looking pretty bad. Let's show him, Queen.
Go for it.
It's showtime!
Let's rock, Fist of the Phantom Star.
It's not my name.
Sorry. Double time. Where are you looking? Up here.
I love his attack.
Persona!
No, don't do that.
Ready when you are.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I won't go easy.
God.
Are you scared?
Not this.
Who's going next? I'm.
Persona!
Hang on. Where? Let me do something here. Where are those? Are those?
Not done.
Am I thinking of something else? I figured something else. All right. I thought I had. Maybe the curries aren't. Are the curries not usable in game? Whatever.
Thanks. Persona!
All of those like team combo attacks are great.
What's my next move?
Good damage. Good damage.
Persona! Okay.
When she's not healing, I need her just to attack.
Then stay down.
Oh, okay, we're fine.
I won't go easy.
That's a little bit worse.
Here I go. Speed up.
Evasion, I'll take it.
Skull's on fire. Don't move around or you'll make it worse.
Persona.
Calm down.
Man, I am actually surprised that I've walked in here without half the shit I was expecting to have to do. I don't have any AoE of these.
There.
Let's do this.
Increases agility. That's not actually evasion thing. That's specifically agility, huh?
For times like this. Persona! Let's go.
Persona!
So he did fire. Is he about to do ice? Am I in trouble? I might be in trouble.
All set.
I won't go easy.
That's not good.
Then stay down.
That's also very bad.
Come. Don't rush it.
If I knew there was
Persona!
just look
Some
for
other
their
way.
weakness.
Think it through. Next
How are we
up.
doing this? I have a bunch of those, don't I? Don't I have a bunch of those mirrors?
using it.
Persona! Hey!
Let's at least get a heat riser off of him.
Persona!
Persona!
He's going for it.
Eat this!
Damage.
And stay down.
Oh, shit.
You will regret your action. You angered me for the last time. I won't go easy.
Queen's in trouble. It looks bad.
Where are my revives? Where are my revives?
Sorry.
Hey, get that? No. None of this horse shit of you like buffing yourself like that. Where are they?
Persona! Now that's power!
Shit.
I won't go easy.
Smells pretty good.
Dodge.
Perish before my resistance is
Are you
futile.
okay? Focus on healing up.
Bruh.
Everyone's health is really low. Can someone heal?
That's new. He didn't do that before. He didn't do that bullshit before.
Persona! Alright.
Persona! I feel so powerful. Persona! Okay.
He didn't do that before.
Oh, that's a big help.
That insta kill version of the attack was not there before.
Persona! There!
Not bad. Ugh. To think you'd put up this much of a fight, you bastard! Won't let you have this.
What is this?
What happened?
What happened?
Are you all right, Joker?
I'm fine.
I never would have imagined. That impertinent brat from so long ago, managing to get in my way this much. Honestly, unbelievable. I should have finished you off before this could have happened.
This is new.
It seems I too was naive. However, my dream has been attained.
I'm not gonna lie. This little animation he's doing is a little jank. A little pelvic thrusty for me.
My desire to steer this
Just a little bit. He's like,
But my ambition has only yet begun. I will not stumble over mere minutia like yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely how that word is spelled. I wouldn't have told you that's how that word is spelled.
This time, I'll be dead certain to seal your fate. I will reduce you to nothing.
Jesus.
We've come so far. We have to do something. Joker, please don't lose.
To finish this myself. Oh God.
Persona! Akabaka!
I won't go easy.
I think I'm safe.
Let's go.
Okay. Is he gonna do? What am I on?
Come.
Aravaka's not weak to anything. This is a hard call. This, by the way, phase 6.
I'm not done.
This one.
Let's see what he does next. We're learning.
Stay down.
I made a good call by healing.
Not this one. Some other one.
Okay, so by that logic, do I have anybody that... Don't want to use you because I think lightning's coming next. Hit him with the dude.
There. Such impertinence. Resistance is futile.
Okay. So then he goes back to physical.
This isn't it. Okay.
Resistance is futile.
Okay, he's at neutral now.
Persona!
So he just did... Do I have anything that repels wind? I don't think I do. There's nothing I can do. I can't do much about this.
Go down.
I won't go easy.
Okay. I think I got the pattern down.
Not this.
Then stay down.
All right, I'm on physical resistance, so this is not going to do much. I did more than it did last time. So he's going to do Psy next.
Then stay down.
He didn't do Psy next.
Joker, your health is low. Watch out.
There.
Still going to do Psy next? He didn't fire this time. That's bad. But I block it, so it's okay. It might be almighty damage. I wouldn't be surprised. That's like, they're not going to let you resist a big boss move like that.
It's time.
Okay.
Trumpeter! You're mine.
Resistance is futile.
Okay, you can't just keep doing this, sir. I mean, you can, but you just can't keep doing this, sir. Where are my...
Okay.
No. Thank you.
Not yet.
I love wakefulness. It's so busted.
Sona. Coming. Go down.
Oh, that might have been a bad decision. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Using it.
I didn't swap. I should have swapped something that resisted light. Yeah, because... Oh, that...
There.
Resistance is futile.
Persona.
Trumpeter. I should have been on Trumpeter for that one, but...
I won't go easy.
So next he does fire.
Too slow.
Nice, Joker. Just at the last second.
It does.
Think it through.
There.
Oh, that was not the right order.
Resistance is futile.
What just happened?
Sona.
Wait, is it bless damage? It's bless damage. It has to be bless damage. I didn't have a reflect up. This persona doesn't have a counter. It's bless damage.
You're mine.
Bad.
We know now, yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I was right there with you, man. It made sense. That it was that it wasn't bless damage. I don't remember which one he's going for. We're hitting the debilitate again. Give me the debilitate. Where is it?
Using it.
Thank you.
Let's go. Go down.
Dude. Dude. I had no idea. I'd have been on the dudes the entire time if I had known it was fucking weakness to that. Done. Got him. That phase is scary. That phase is scary.
It's a step forward.
How could I lose?
For causing countless mental shutdowns in others. You will atone. With your life.
Is there supposed to be music here? Is there supposed to be music here? Maybe not. I don't know. Just seems like they'd have like something going in the background for this.
Don't you got something to say to our leader before you go passing out?
Yes. I acknowledge that I incriminated you on false charges. I did it to protect myself. I'm so sorry for what I've done. It feels as though it's been quite some time since I have felt sincerely apologetic.
Confess your crimes.
That may be good. So, I've been defeated.
Sir! No. Did they succeed? Hey! Yes, sir. Will I really be able to kill the Phantom Thieves if I take that?
According to Wakaba Ishiki's research, temporarily collapsing a palace will take down anyone inside it as well. The abrupt nature of the collapse means they will be unable to escape without extreme luck. However, the only way to purposely erase a cognitive world is by halting biological activity. In other words, this medicine will temporarily kill you. There are great risks involved.
Anything will do! Give it to me!
I just want the doctor to be like, oh my god, he actually took it. I didn't think he would actually take it.
Now, they're done for.
Motherfucker took like a cyanide pill or some shit like that.
How reckless of him!
We must be sure to transfer him at once if anything goes wrong.
Make sure you grab that.
Wait, why a wheel? And it's for a ship?
I must steer this country. If I don't, who will?
What arrogance.
I...
What the?
Huh? An explosion? But we haven't taken the treasure yet.
We'll talk later. Come on, let's grab the treasure and run!
Huh? Didn't we come from this way?
We can't get through like... What is happening? Hey, Oracle!
The ship is exploding. But why?
What kind of sloppy explanation is that?
I don't know what's happening either!
Something might have happened to Shido in the real world.
What do you mean, something?
I don't know! Standing around here isn't going to help! We have to run!
Oracle, are there any other escape routes?
I'm looking, but...
What about that way?
No! Our path!
Still, where else can we go? Crap! This side too!
Are we sinking? We are not gonna die like this! We're gonna die! I don't know how to swim! Over there!
Yeah, exactly. So many questions right now is not important.
We just gotta get there. It's too far. We won't reach it in time. I got this.
Huh?
Hang tight. I'll nab the boat.
Ryuji!
It's now or never. Here it goes.
This is also a very impressive incline to run up.
Ryuji!
Hang on!
We're moving.
He was very happy with that.
No way. It can't be. Come on, what the hell, Ryuji? We're back. Ryuji!
He didn't make it out.
We gotta go back!
That's impossible.
This isn't funny at all.
He was our fastest runner, too!
So, this is the treasure.
It's a legislator's pen.
I'm sorry, but like, as soon as she goes, he was our fastest runner. Is like, what are we gonna do at the cross county track meet now?
Man, that was close. For real though, why do palaces gotta explode so much? Can't they disappear normally? What?
Didn't you... die?
What? I got blasted out from the explosion. When I woke up, I was lying on the grass. I mean, ain't I alive? What's this? Your crying face is so not cute.
It's your damn fault!
Bam.
What did I do?
We were worried about you! You troublemaker!
Wait! What's this
About to get
about?
kicked in the shins.
Hold on, okay? Come on. I almost kind of died. You guys are joking, right?
You about to get dunked on, sir.
I'm feeling a bit hungry.
Why don't we stop by somewhere before going home?
Then I want sauteed foie gras.
Excuse me?
We're in reality right now, you know.
Where can you even get that in Tokyo? I mean, you can. Clearly, it's Tokyo. I ain't stepping in there.
Sir!
What have I...
Huh? Is the medicine still affecting you?
Medicine?
Should we get him to a hospital? We should probably wait and see a little longer.
There's one motherfucker in this group who's following proper masking protocol.
I must atone. No! Was his heart changed? Did the temporary death serum not work? Sir, if he's had a change of heart, will he blab everything about us?
Oh, yeah.
Everything will be ruined!
What are we supposed to do about his campaign?
Announce that he's not feeling well.
Arrange a hospitalization in absolute secrecy. Don't let anyone near him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep the media out! Damn it, we have to do something!
What the?
Judging from his lacerations, it would appear he was kidnapped, then killed at another location. And...
Sojiro! Don't tell me. I'm gonna get angry if you don't come out. Sojiro!
Hey, didn't know you guys were back.
You're the same as
It's the same fucking time.
What are you talking about? I was taken to that asshole Shido's place. They suddenly told me I could go home. That's thanks to his change of heart, right?
Something like that.
Thought as much. They had me blindfolded the whole time, so I've got no idea where they took me. Though it sounded like they were oddly bustling about.
Looks like it's going well.
Man, my handsome mug was nearly ruined. That's all fine and dandy. But they really did a number on this place. Sorry to bother you two when you're tired, but I need you to help me clean up.
We just have to wait like usual now.
Oh, we finally did it. It's sad, not mad. Yeah, we've done all we can. We started off with a huge announcement this time, after all. Can't wait for the results. But all that popularity doesn't matter anymore, right? Things like approval ratings aren't important. Yeah, we definitely did the right thing for society. We just gotta be proud about it, right? Don't get cocky, kid. I know. Don't worry about me. Let's left us to wait calmly for the results.
All right. We should act as normal as we can while we're waiting, too.
Act as normal as possible. I can do that. I got 13 days. Did this of social links to go through. You bet your ass.
Hey.
I want a massage.
What?
How's the pressure, Master? Master? Oh. See you later.
13 days, baby. Who's available? So I saw those two. Oya's can go up. Fumi is maxed. I guess we go in to see Oya. We going to see. Oh yeah. Do I have a devil persona? I don't. Let's go pick one up.
Hey, inmate!
I don't remember where the hell I was in her lane.
You sir.
Justine, you handle this. These are the paths you have walked.
So we need a devil persona. Highest devil is a Baphomet.
Is required. This is your power.
Everything's maxed.
Done already? What?
I'll pull it up here in a second.
It is time.
As soon as we're out of the Velvet Room, I'll pull it up while I'm about to save. So, Counselor's maxed. Kasumi's maxed. And Akechi's maxed. So, in theory, we're good to go for the endgame. We're good to go for the new endgame content. What does that say? Cibo Delicioso? Have I never noticed this before? I almost never looked down this direction on the road. I mean, there's also a curry building in that place. I don't know what kind of curry, but it's curry nonetheless. Whatever that. There's a gentleman's club on the left. Naito. Yeah, Akechi's maxed. Yeah. I did, like... Well, if that's the case, I did the wrong thing, and then I'm about to watch a playthrough of the right thing, and I'm going to be very mad. Because, like... Did I do this wrong? So we did. No, fuck off with this. Customized cookies. Deny. So I was rank 9 in the count with the Counselor Arcana before the 19th. And I had Goro Akechi at 8 before November 24th.
What should I do?
I'm almost certain the only thing... I mean, this is why we have backup saves. Yeah, I did rank 8 where I fought him in Mementos. We did that fight. Okay. So my understanding is that yeah, I got ranks in the dungeon. So when we did the fight, when we fought Akechi in the palace, in Shido's palace, he ranked up to max right before he died. Like, my understanding. I'm currently Googling. Ranks 9 and 10 should both unlock when you meet Akechi again in Shido's palace. Yeah. So my understanding, if I'm reading this right, is that this is still correct. We're still going to have the right thing happening. Because, like, specifically, this is the IGN guide, by the way, if you happen to be looking at what I'm looking at. Hangout opportunities with Akechi are very limited, so always prioritize his invitations when available. Should you get to rank 8 in time, which was rank 8 by November 24th, which I absolutely had. Ranks 9 and 10 should both unlock when you meet Akechi again in Shido's palace. So if I'm understanding that right, I'm going to specifically, like, to rank 9, get Akechi to rank 8. Akechi rank 10 will be unlocked automatically in Shido's palace. Yeah, we went from rank 8 to rank 10, by the way, but there was no 9. He goes to rank 10. And then, like, yeah, as far as I can tell, it just does it normal. It does it normally. Interesting. So here's an interesting thing. I'm actually reading some stuff on Reddit that people are saying the only requirement to get to the end of the game, to get to the new semester, is only the counselor. No one else matters. If you want the true good ending, you need to have done what I did, which is get Kasumi to rank 5, which is max. You get Akechi to rank 8, and then he goes to rank 10 automatically. And then it sounds like it's fine. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I'm fine. It is apparently only the count. It is only Akechi, or it's only the counselor is required. Yeah. I don't know. It's very weird. We're gonna keep going, and if I fuck it up, I know. Okay, so here's what we have. Here's what I have. I know. I have access to the third semester. I've done the thing that required it, which was get the counselor to max rank. I've done that. All right. We're gonna see if I get the true good ending, which I will, one, be pissed at if I don't get, but I'm almost certain I get it. Because nothing, the only thing that seems to be mentioned was like refusing answers, but I already did that. Like, unless there, I don't think there were supposed to be specific answers for Akechi on that 8th rank. Because I did the max answers and I accepted his duel, but I don't think that matters. Oh, so here's an interesting thing. I might not get his 3rd persona, depending on what his answers were for the other things, but I still get things. So we'll see. If I fucked it, I fucked it. It's whatever. I need this one, but we'll see. All right,
let's do it.
Not that there's anything I could do about it at this point. Like, I'm too far into my playthrough. So, if it became required, I have a... save way in the back, way back in the back. So this was the day before, or this was 2 days before I was locked out of doing, that I needed to have the counselor done, which I did. And I'm almost certain. All right, hang on.
Oh. I should write something.
So we're gonna rewind in time for a bit and double check this, because I'm almost certain I've done both of these properly. So let's go look. So we're 3 days before, and I had Maruki at 8, or Maruki at 9. Perfect. I had Akechi at 8. Perfect. And then I had Kasumi max by then. So I think I'm fine. Yeah. That's like the one thing I know. I'm pretty, like, Akechi didn't die there. I don't know how the fuck he didn't die, but I know he didn't die there.
Hey!
Sit down, I can give you the details.
Lala-chan, I'm gonna borrow the seats in the back.
What will happen is, if somehow I have done the wrong answers to not get his tier 3 persona, okay, whatever. I'll watch a video. I'll literally just go watch a video at that point. Take a seat. The chief reduced my quota. He even apologized to me. He says he's been concerned for my health, which is actually kind of creepy now that I think about it. Anyway, that's not all. He said he's letting me reopen my investigation into what happened to Kaio. He told me he wants me to do everything I can to pursue the truth. I think he was serious. I wonder what happened to make him change so suddenly. Aren't you happy? Of course I am. It's just... I don't think it's too convenient. Seems a little fishy, you know. I mean, you asked me for the chief's name the other day, right? Did I? Why are you giving him such a hard time? Aren't you gonna tell him the other good news? I know where Kaio is. That was part of the chief's apology. Apparently he did some investigating on his own. So he followed up on my journalist friend's source, and it turns out she really is alive after all. I'm glad to hear that. It's incredible news. So where is she? A mental hospital. Wait a minute. The place we went with Kasumi earlier, when she awoke to her powers, was kind of like hospitalish. Are we gonna run into Kaio if we go back to that palace again? Is it the same place? That explains why she hasn't been able to contact me this whole time. I really want to go see her, but to be honest, I'm afraid. I'm afraid to know the truth. Not just about Kaio's current state, but about what happened to her that night, too. You need to pursue the truth. I know that. Honestly, I shouldn't have been afraid to face the truth that I've been chasing for so long, but I am. Don't let that stop me, though. I'll fulfill my promise and find out what happened to Kaio. I'm going to see her. No matter what happens, I need to see this through to the end. Otherwise, I won't be Ichiko Oya, the journalist extraordinaire. I'm really glad I've talked to you about this. I would have never made my mind up without your help. You know, you're way more than just some high school kid. You're almost like a guidance counselor. I can sense Oya's deep appreciation for me. I think I missed the point. We're going to see what happens here. By the way, everything with the chief worked out okay, but the higher-ups are still keeping an eye on me. So I need you to keep with the juicy tidbits. Can't stop writing about the fan news now.
Well then.
I might have to redo this. Let me see here. That should be the right one. Hey, hiya. Are you good to talk? Thanks for pushing me to go see Kaio. I'm a journalist. From now on, I always gotta chase the truth. Good luck. Alright, cool. We actually have a rank up now, so I don't have to redo it again. Thanks. You really are a weird kid, you know that? Whenever I talk to you, I get this heightened sense of duty for some reason. I'll come back with some awesome stories. Let's meet up again. Okay, I'm gonna hang up. I gotta pack up from a big trip. See ya! How do we actually get introduced to the third fucking semester, by the way? How the fuck do we do this?
I've reconsidered my opinion of you, inmate.
Oh, boop-a-doop.
The look on your face seems to be that of a man who has
Oh, no, I
accomplished
already paid her a
great
shit ton of
deed.
money for that stuff.
To think you would use the trap set against you to entrap them. I've never seen a dramatic resurgence such as that. Truly marvelous. Those are the only words I can think of to describe you.
Don't I get any rewards?
Well then, if there is another opportunity, I shall present them at that time. You've even overcome a mysterious misfortune. There should be no one left to hinder your rehabilitation. Your rehabilitation will be completed shortly. That is, if everything goes well, without any problems.
Damn. How many times have I had this dream?
A lot, apparently.
Or could it be that it's not a dream at all? My memories aren't any closer to coming back to me. But might there be something I'm supposed to remember? If I'm really not human, and if the truth of that comes to pass down in the depths of mementos, could it be that I'll...
Very possible. We don't actually know how he got out. All I know is that I just know that he did get out because of the fact that he's in the next semester. If you took out the T, you would have it right. The T is the only part of that that's like I said, there's just basically an extra T in the name. You think Shido's gonna become prime raid at this minister at this raid? Prime raid at this minister? With the Kechi-kun and Shido-san, I feel like some heroes have been born this year.
Well,
that's
shall we
right. The
begin?
turning point of any era is when a hero is born. They address everyone's fears and worries and skillfully carry out a revolution. Representative Shio is like that, don't you think? Hero, don't make me laugh. It's really bad. We need to make everyone realize it. Maybe. This one's a pretty dark rumor about a big shot producer in the entertainment industry. Apparently he's been forcing young idols and other girls to have sex with them in order to move up in the ranks. Feels like he's just feeding off their dreams. I want to see the industry. I can't forgive him. Have you heard of Shiro Asakura? I think he's behind these crimes. Okay, story time. Yeah, he's not like a main party member really before any other point. Like he's in there for a little while, but he sort of leaves. This was a plot line in the Persona tabletop game that I was playing. So the homebrew game that my friend rolled to basically take what is the Persona system and move it into a tabletop RPG form. One of the plot lines was going to be, or one of the major bosses was going to be a music producer who was having sex with the people, with the girls he was getting into the industry. If I remember correctly, she was a confidant and was gonna have her own palace. Because the way that we found out about everything was, we had been friends with that kid, with the confidant for a while. I don't even remember exactly how we met her, but I think it was maybe during orientation. Did we met her? Because our Persona tabletop game was set in college because it made certain things a little easier. So we've been hanging out with her for a while until her mother came in, and her mother was the overbearing, like, producer who was like, listen, you can't be out with these people. bad things happen when you're out with them. You need to listen to me and not and stop talking to them. And she ran off, and then the mother basically came up to us at a little bit later and went, "You need to leave her alone, or I'm going to make you leave her alone." And that was the end of that. We ended up going and checking out the mother. The mother had a palace, and that was the last one we ended up. Or no, wasn't the, no, it was the one. It was the one after that was the last one we did. So we did her palace, and her palace was like a resort. And in order to go up higher in the ranks, you had to do more favors for her. And as you gained more favor with her, she let you higher up. The top floor, where her daughter was in the cognition world, we didn't call it mementos. It was mementos was Labyrinthia. What the fuck was the other version? Because it wasn't specifically palaces. It was all right, I'm gonna have to hang on. I gotta look this up because my brain is not remembering things right. Sanctums. They were sanctums instead of palaces. They called it Labyrinthia because it was themed around the Minotaur. And there was a lot of shit that would have come up later about that, that we learned about. So when we got to the third floor, instead of it being like a resort and sort of like a nice dance hall and like some very nice places, the top floor was a strip club. And Tartarus, kind of. We had a version of that, but regardless, that was how we met her. That was what we found out was like, oh, she is actually whoring out her daughter in order to get her to rise up in the ranks. So it wasn't that the daughter was doing it and the mother didn't know. The mother was like complicit in the actions. And then we had an in-between sanctum, and then the next sanctum that we would have gotten to had we continued the campaign would have been the idols, our friends' palace, which would have kind of been like a Futaba style palace, where I think it was gonna be Atlantis and she was gonna be a siren. I think was the plan for the theme of her palace. Actually, I might could look it up. I guess he hadn't done anything with it yet. Okay, yeah, no. Here's the document for it. Yeah, she would have been. It would have been Atlantis, and again, she would have been like a siren that we had to save from sort of the path that she was on. Because if memory serves me right, if we hadn't saved her in the palace, or if we hadn't corrected her in her own palace, she would have committed suicide in the campaign, and that would have been like, oh shit, bad end, reset, go back, try to fix it. And then the palace after that would have been the palace of her producer that basically almost drove her to suicide for the shit he made her do. So seeing this, I was like, wow, that's definitely a theme that I have run into already in a Persona campaign. Just not an official one. Oh. All right. We need to work on getting Futaba up. Takemi is like Literally one tap and she's good. Do I have... Oh, I need to turn this back down. I don't need it that loud. I'm not blasting rivers in the desert anymore. I don't have a hermit, so I gotta go get one. Oh man, my stomach is just starting to hit me. That's never what you want to see.
Hey, inmate.
That is never what you want to be seeing. Especially at like 12:30 at night. I shouldn't be eating anything.
Do you have...
You'd like to read the compendium? Read here.
Yeah, like, for me, Rivers in the Desert as a boss fight music is like... It is up there in like the pantheon of like incredible boss music.
Done already? What? No slacking off.
Like if I had to pick like a top 10, that's one that's going to be very hard, but two, I'm pretty sure Rivers in the Desert would get me there somewhere. It's incredible. I will also say,
let's do it.
Rivers in the Desert makes a really good Beat Saber song.
Yo.
Something I really want to talk to you about. If you ask me, you can make some time for me.
Yep. Hey, listen.
Well, he emailed Kana-chan, and believe it or not, she replied. We even ended up talking on the phone about elementary school. She said the only reason she got mad at me is about her diary was because she was embarrassed. Apparently, she thought I would hate her if I knew about her secrets, so she ran away. I guess me and her are pretty much the same. Long story short, we made up. I finally apologized to her. There we go. I'm glad you're so excited about it. Or I'm surprised you're so excited about it, but I'm glad. Anyway, it's too far to actually visit each other, so we've been sending emails back and forth. No, at that point, Futaba, come on. Get on, I think it's Line, is the chat app of preference. Or Discord, or any of that shit. And just start fucking chatting. You don't gotta be sending emails. Not after the first couple. We even made a promise recently to both go to high school next year. All right, dude. Thank you for stopping in, man. Have a good night. You know, there's no way I would have been able to call her and apologize before. Well, because of you. You're right. It's kind of embarrassing to actually hear you say it, though. I almost forgot. Kana-chan was really surprised that the fantasies listened to her request. She'll never know the truth of the matter, though. Finally finished the promise of getting along with Kana-chan. It's really important, so I'm going to say it again.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ren. Wait a second. I never even said it the first time. I guess we just have to say it again now. Thank you. Seriously.
All right.
Maybe if I ask you a favor real quick? I mean, I just finished a super old promise. So, can you pat me on the head? Mom used to do it all the time when she was happy with me. Just, you know, pat. Can you do it? Sure. Yeah, okay.
All right.
It's not like with Morgana, where we speedrun that shit. Or button mash that shit, excuse me. It's totally different from how my mom used to do it. My heart, my face, it feels like they're on fire. Calm down, Futaba. Oh, that strange outburst is finally over. My heart's still beating really hard, but I'm totally good now. Sorry for making you worry. Remember, I have one more promise to do. Being okay without you around.
Can I really do this?
Is it really possible? I'll find out some other day.
Squeeze me.
I walked for Jabba home. Hey, Ren! Thanks for listening to what I had to say today. I've been having a lot of fun talking with Kana-chan over the internet. We talk all the time now. We tell each other what we're doing, what our days are like. Sometimes she cried when I reached out to her. When I heard that, I kind of cried a little too. So now I'm getting along with Kana-chan. I'm so glad I cleared that goal. I think you just go with the basic one? Yeah, thanks. It's only possible because you helped me out, though. Seriously. Anyway, I just have one more goal to clear. It's like I'm about to face the final boss. Once I beat that, it's game over. Credits roll. You stick around until then, though. Later.
Ah, you're back.
The elections battle has just reached the halfway point. Polls for each ward have remained the same, though. Does that mean Shido's victory is guaranteed? That would be the case. I wonder if the voting will shift if he has a change of heart. Nobody will vote for him once they find out he's a criminal, assuming they find out before they vote. That's the important part. We would prefer him to announce his crimes before the election. But if the change of heart doesn't make it, the election will go just as expected. You have to believe. It'll happen beforehand, I'm sure. All we can do now is change his heart. We should be able to put a stop to this if we succeed. Sojiro, Oya rank up. I think our option is Oya right now.
Oh, honey. I should write something.
Let's hang out with her.
Thanks. Hey!
I went to see Kaio the other day. She's getting so skinny. She looked almost like a stranger. She wouldn't say anything either. I think she had a, what do they call it? A mental shutdown? Are you okay? Yeah, I was expecting it to be pretty bad, but it was still jarring to see her in person. Her doctor said they just found her collapsed on the street about a year ago now. She'd been wandering along the coast without any belongings, so the director's wife took her in. Is there any hope for recovery? All we can do is pray. Either way, Kaio's still a suspect, so bringing her back here would just put her in danger again. So we'll never know what happened with that bureaucrat. Not necessarily. I have her hair clip. It actually looks like it looks like an ordinary accessory, but it's actually a miniature camera built inside. Remember that voicemail where she said something big? Well, it was all in the hair clip. So then, it's a picture of the bureaucrat's secret meeting. The other party must have been the one behind the slush fund. And the other party was one of Shido's confidants. Shido? I can't believe a politician like him would work with someone so horrible. Yeah, it's all pretty clear the confidant was blackmailing the bureaucrat and killed him for not paying up. Kaio must have managed to escape, but then ended up suffering a mental shutdown somehow. Not sure what you could possibly call something like that, though. In any case, maybe that's why they decided to leave her alive. They underestimated her journalistic talent. That's an amazing story. It'll be a huge scoop if you're right. Given the current situation, it's going to be difficult to write an article about it. I wouldn't have Kaio's testimony, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to corroborate her story. I'd get crushed if I tried to take them without being fully prepared. You're not giving up, are you? Who do you think I am? I'm going to do whatever it takes to pursue the truth. That said, I need to be fully prepared, didn't I? It'll take a while. So then... I've resigned myself to a long battle anyways. I have her photo, now I gotta get some solid evidence, lay the groundwork to prove her innocence. I'm going to avenge her. Well then, our deal's over. It'll be too dangerous for you to stick around from here onwards. You understand, right? The opposition won't think twice about taking down anyone in their way. I'm sure you'll all get targeted, so to be safe, you shouldn't come here again. I need those articles. Still, how big a fan of the fan things are you? Sheesh. Fine. you're sticking your nose in this on your own free will, then there's nothing I can do. I'll solve this case on my own, but I appreciate having a friend who's got my back. All right, let's have a kickoff party. We're gonna break out the champagne tonight.
It'll have to be the cheap stuff. This place isn't classy enough to carry name brands. Oh, and I'll grab a new long tee for the kid.
Man, lamest kickoff party ever. Here's the thing that sucks. Can I do this if I... So from here, this will give you a sense of like how fucked my left eye is in terms of vision. Until there's words there. And if I'm about here, I can read them on my screen. But like back this far, they're a blur. Glasses, it's about the same distance the entire time. Like the fuzziness doesn't really go away. It's just about as good as if I was here. It's just a little bit more focused. Like if you don't know, I'm legally blind in my left eye. I can see out of it. It's just that my vision is so bad, I'm legally blind in it. It's terrible. It's part of the reason why, like, in theory, I could get away with just wearing contacts, but I just never liked the idea of putting anything in my eye, even if it's just like a contact lens. I guess the booze doesn't matter, though. It's all about the company. I did not get a rank up point with her, because I might be redoing that link.
All right.
We'll see. Maybe I'll get a rank up. Maybe I'll get enough during the call at the end.
I'll go chill a bottle. Be back in a bit.
Hey!
Why do you do so much for me? I know first was for the articles, but you don't have any obligation to stay now, you know. Oh, I know. Did you take me seriously when I told the chief we were a couple? You kids are so naive. Couples act. I didn't take it seriously. Of course. Thank goodness. In way too much trouble to be with a minor. It's taking Lana's chance so long. And what's with the heat? I mean, don't you think it's hot in here? All this heat is making me tired.
See you later.
Interesting. She might have taken it seriously. Or somewhat seriously. Okay, so there is no thing. Let me go check here.
Well then.
Okay, yeah, I did miss some points. We'll go redo it real quick. It's the one where I said I need those articles. That was the choice that didn't work out. Everything else can be the same.
Thanks. Hey!
So neither of these make any difference. So the one that I chose here, no, this is the correct one. It's either of these two. This one is not good. This one is, so we're gonna go with this one. Oh, fuck. Are you serious? You must have nerves of steel.
Jeez, you're never honest with yourself, Ichiko-chan. You're not going to find anyone who listens to you as encouragingly as this guy. You know that, right? It's going to be a long battle against a tough enemy. You should have him by your side to see you through it.
What?
It's not like that.
Uh-huh, sure. What about you, kid? You're not afraid to face danger ahead, are you?
Of course not. Fine. Just sticking your nose in this of your own free will. Okay, yeah. Did I get enough points? I mean, okay, so here's the thing. There's no way to get any more points. That was fascinating, though. She was like, well, maybe. We're gonna go rank up Futaba again.
Hey.
I'll just add this.
Yeah, we did the maximum things, so if there's nothing else, we can just keep going.
Yo!
This is how I think I want to talk. This is gonna be a rough point, because I know what happens here, and I'm not happy with doing this. But we're doing this for the content.
Hey, listen!
Jen and I have been sending tons of emails back and forth lately. She wants to go back to school next year, but she might not have the money. As for me, I'm gonna go back. Really matured. I think I've gained like 50 levels in the past few months, and it's all because of you. I mean, I sure hated elementary school, but I met Kana-chan there, so maybe it wasn't all bad. Same goes for high school. Even if I hate it, I know something positive will come from it. Still have to do that last item on the promise list. Be okay without you around. Honestly, I've been feeling kind of weird lately. My heart's been beating really fast when we're together. Even when we're apart, I can't stop thinking about you. Are you? This is like one of the reasons why this is hard. It's one of two social links where it feels like the characters were in love with Joker before the link happened. On, you kind of confess to her and then she goes along with it. It's kind of the same with Makoto. It feels like Makoto's kind of okay with not, like, I don't even know if she was originally thinking, hey, I could be Joker's boyfriend. Haru, on the other hand, holy shit, she was going for it. Like, she was completely fine with it, and in fact probably would have wanted it. And I feel like it's the same for Futaba, which is the unfortunate part, because I know that both, like, turning down On, no problem, there wasn't much there. Turning to Makoto, I think maybe there was like a slight inkling, but you just went away from it and it never happens. Any of the other, okay, so the fortune teller lady at one point goes, well, what do you like older ladies? And that's like, it's just like, whoa, okay. And then you just saw what happened with Ichiko, or with Oya, where she is like, no, did you think we were serious when we said that? And when you say no, she kind of like gets slightly embarrassed about it, maybe because she was expecting you to say yes. I don't think anything happens with Takemi. Takemi's fine with you turning her down, as far as I know. I don't remember anything else. Hifumi, I don't think anything directly happens of it, so there's that. Am I missing anybody else? I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Why am I feeling like I'm missing somebody else? I feel like I'm missing somebody else. So we went over those two. Went over those. No, I mean, Takemi was like fine with it because she was on that knife's edge where it's like she could fall into the romance relationship and she could fall into just the student and teacher relationship. This one's gonna be rough. No, not at all. We're like, no, okay, but then again, I feel good too. Can I ask you a favor? It's a pretty big one. Can we skip that last promise? I mean, if you want. Wait, no, is that the, wait, I don't know what the answer is here. I haven't not gone for this link yet. Is it like straight into romance if you do that? No, okay, so it's like if you want. This is fine.
Thanks.
Oh, good, thanks for not getting mad at me. I just can't be okay without you around. Life doesn't feel the same when you're not with me. I mean, not that, but I don't know. You were so nice to me, kind of like Sojiro is. Makes sense for him, he's basically my dad. But you don't have a reason like that, so why are you so nice? I just thought of a possibility. Am I the only one you treat like this? Why? This is like... It's like, that sucks. Because we're teammates. Right. Of course teammates would want to be nice to each other. It's so obvious. It's gotta be why my heart's always pounding so much. It knows how much I care about my teammates. You, Ren, my key item. Now I'm gonna devote every fiber of my being into supporting you guys. Okay, that's not actually near as bad. Haru's is way worse. Haru feels way worse. Also, that's a really cool power. No, that's the wrong one. It says, if you can't read it, chance to swap out current party members with backups when 2 or more people are KO'd. It's gonna be great. Ren joined Futaba's party. Futaba is beaming at Ren. Ren attacks fatal damage to Ren. Or Futaba attacks fatal damage to Ren. Wait a second, that's not what teammates are supposed to do. Okay, so it's not nearly as bad. I was told that hers was almost on the same level of like of Haru's, and we've already done Haru's before. So I was expecting like a lot worse of a response. If you don't remember Haru's, Haru is basically confessing to you when you turn her down. And then like she kind of just gets up and goes, oh, okay, I have to go. I'll see you later. And she just leaves. It's just like, oh God, why? That's so rough. But this doesn't seem as bad. This is nowhere near as bad as I thought it was.
Hey, Ren, there's something I wanted to ask you about. We talked earlier today. You said I'm your teammate, but you know that's kind of vague, right? Could you get more specific? What kind of teammate am I to you? I think we gotta go with the key item, right? Seriously? So I fall under your most valuable items, huh? I didn't know I was that important to you. Good thing I'm your teammate. We got something special, you know? Like, no matter how far we're apart, our hearts will always be connected. Wait, how far apart? So that means... Sorry, I completely spaced out. But yeah, we're gonna be great teammates. Anyway, it's time to make like a tree. And...
Leaf. That back. It was not nearly as bad as I was led to believe it was going to be. Oi. Beat it. We got puzzling to do. Localized destructive storm. Well, I think I know what this is. So we know what the rest of this is. Let's figure the rest of these out. Down is a void between objects. That's gap. Vein spinner. What? What? What is this? Not quite a warning. What? What? So it doesn't involve the N. We know that much. Okay, so a vane spinner. What? Nani the fuck? But that doesn't really make that much sense though. What? All right, we're doing it. I want all the answers. Oh. I would not have gotten either of these. Let me just straight away tell you. So it's gust for a vane. Oh, duh. What? I was thinking like a spinner that is vane, not what spins a vane. What spins a weather vane but a gust of wind? And you know what? It all makes sense. What do you get from it like if you have a wind advisory before or a storm or a tropical storm advisory before you have a tropical storm warning? God damn it. It all makes sense. It all makes sense as soon as I saw it, but I was like, son of a bitch. My brain just did not get that. Refers to a tropical cyclone with sustained winds of at least 118 kilometers per hour. 73 miles an hour. Located within the northwestern Pacific Ocean area, Japan's official tropical cyclone intensity scale features 3 categories: typhoons, very strong typhoons, and violent typhoons.
All right.
Nice.
I didn't know that last part.
Nice.
Don't need the perks because they're already got a maxed out brain. Can't do anything tonight. I think... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm going to get the rank with Oya or not. Let's go...
What shall we do?
Let's go guarantee that we're going to rank her ass up. $50 for the shit.
Here we go.
What do you think?
All right. So now we go back to the cafe. And we're going to make either curry or coffee, whichever one we can. It might be better to make coffee because curry can't be made in... How much coffee do I have? That's the important question. 18 master coffees. That's a lot.
What do you want to do?
Make sure you close up.
Oh, I should have had Kawakami make it. Then I could have made coffee as well. Oh well.
Let me explain.
Cardamom. Cardamom is one of the primary spices used to make curry. It has a refreshing aroma, sharp heat, and slight bitterness. While more commonly used to freshen up bad breath, cardamom is also known to aid digestion and burn body fat.
Yes. All right.
Oh. Well then.
Boom. Boom. Can't wait for Shido's new administration. I'm sure our economy and market will improve. I listened on Shido-san's speech. I was so moved. His words really resonated with me. He keeps fighting and doesn't let that slander get to him. The broadcast hijacking hoax? They only attack Shido-san because of how charismatic he is. A hoax? Yeah, the truth soon from Shido himself. He'll learn the truth behind his charisma. He was only interested in his own self-preservation. People are just tools to him. I'm fighting against this injustice, Father, just like you did. So watch over me, okay?
Well then.
Alright. Party member is the higher required rank. This is gonna be the exact same shit that happened in it's gonna be the exact same shit that happened in the last game. I'm going to have a Y and I'm going to have Shinya, not Max.
just add
I don't
this.
think we can mess this up because I think we're on the track to 10, but I'm going to save just in case somehow it's not a rank up.
Yo!
Yeah, there we go. That's the other problem is being okay with that you around. I want to give that another shot. I'm coming for you, Akihabara.
I'm going to go take a look around by myself. If I'm not back in half an hour, just stay here and wait for me to come back.
Okay.
I'm kinda nervous, but here I go. Time to make like a tree and branch out!
30 minutes have passed. She's still not back. That has been gone for 45 minutes. Starting to get worried.
Sorry, I totally forgot to check the time. I was having fun. Guess that means I beat my mission, huh? You know, it was the same Akihabara as before, but everything looked so different to me this time. It's not just here, though. My whole world is expanding. Every day brings new and different discoveries. The direction of Sojiro's cowlick, the atmosphere of Yongen, the various types of coffee beans. Things might be the exact same as they were yesterday, but from my perspective, it's all spinning. I knew it was possible, but I had never really felt that sensation before now. I just hope I can keep changing little by little, like everyone else does.
We'll do it together.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, by the way, I got a text from Kana-chan saying she got a job at a convenience store. It sounds like she's just happy to be living life like a normal teenager.
Well, that's good for her.
She got study guides with the money she made. She's gonna take the high school entrance exam. Even Kana-chan's trying to step out into the world.
You can't lose to her.
Yep, she's my new rival. Hey, you said you'd give me a reward if I completed my promise list. Remember?
I honor my promises.
You demand. You know, I was looking in a bunch of stores thinking about what to buy. But it felt kind of weird. There were plenty of things I wanted, but it was all stuff I could get if I worked really hard. And after all, I already have something I wouldn't have been able to get on my own. You don't think so? No, you're forgetting. You gave me something really important. You gave me my life back. It's thanks to you that I learned I'm fine just as I am. And that I learned to trust my mom again. I was as good as dead. But you resurrected me. I want to use my work with the Phantom Thieves to return you the favor. And when I remember all the friends I've made, it's like I'm tapping into some kind of unknown power.
Feel a strong bond with Futaba.
I am thou. Thou art
Blood,
I.
oath, blood, oath,
Thou
blood,
hast
oath.
turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the hermit, granting thee infinite power.
All right.
Yeah. Final guard.
right.
Ungyoki.
Whoa! My heart just leveled up! A new me rises from the ashes!
All right.
Futaba's persona, Necronomicon, has transformed into Prometheus. And this was the point where I realized that her stats don't matter for her activation triggers.
You gave me my life back, so it's my turn to risk my life for you. Feel free to tell me anything. I'll do whatever I can to help. I'm serious, okay?
I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me. And I never said I was gonna let my reward go unclaimed.
Oh no.
So, let me see. How about a month's supply of instant yakisoba? Pretty good deal, huh? I don't want to order it off the net, though. Let's go look for it in the real world. Now I know how much fun walking around can be. Thanks.
Yeah. Here's how I knew, by the way. Here's how I figured it out. So, prior to getting this transformation to happen in the original playthrough of the game. Actually, I'm gonna come back up here. Oh god. Excuse me. Prior to getting this happen in the original game, I had her stacked with luck items. I had like +6 tunic, +6 armor luck. I had an item that gave her a bunch of luck. I gave her, I don't think she has a weapon necessarily, but I gave her as many luck items as I could get. I had her luck stat all the way to like fucking 70. But when her persona transforms into it gets her second awakening, her luck stat actually goes down. So there's no way. There's no way. Neom.
Ah, you're back.
It's a pretty ball. Who's up? Finally. All right. We're gonna go rank up. You are kidding me. All right, hang on. I'm not spending.
Honey.
I didn't mean to do that.
Take care now.
I'm gonna go get another point because Oya did not rank up.
Prevention is key.
Don't want to mash too hard there because I'll
should we
actually
do?
go into her social link. It's pretty nice. It's a good thing.
Here we go.
Hey, there we go. Now she'll rank up.
What do you think?
So if I check her, yeah, she ranks up. But we're doing a Y. Do I have a hanged man persona on me? Right? It's hanged man for him, right? Yeah. A hanged man persona on me? I don't. Need a hanged man persona, and then we can rank up.
Hey, inmate!
Do you have...
You'd like to read the complete here.
Always want to try to pull out the highest one we can. Unless
You'll
we're,
withdraw
like,
this
summoning
persona, then
shit.
accept this persona.
Done already? What?
It is time, inmate.
Okay, so I believe with that is all of the party confidants ranked. This is one tap, this is one tap, 2 here, 3 here. I could do it. It might happen.
I'll just add this.
It is very possible to happen. I just need a Y to show up in the next couple of days and Shinya to show up during the day as well. Because Shinya and Takemi are daytime ones, so that's 3. 3 of the 10 days need to show up. And then from here, I need 1, and I need 3 days for the other ones to show up. It's possible. Something crazy happened. What's up? I got a call from Suda. I want to tell you the details. You got some time?
Good.
Coming to the back.
Actually,
you're exactly the person I was hoping to talk to. Suda rang me up a while back, told me to forget everything he was threatening me with. Honestly, he was some kind of joke at first, but then I ain't seen or heard from him since. You know what it almost felt like? Like I was talking to the old Suda somehow. My sworn brother. Hey, do you think a guy like that can really go through such a drastic change that quick? Matured? Nah. An old man like that should have finished maturing years ago. Yeah, that's right. We'll figure it out. I would agree with if it was you or Kaoru, but not Suda. Anyway, something's fishy going down, but Suda changing is real load off my shoulders.
That's right.
Oh, with this, that probably means our deal's through with, huh? I mean, your end of the bargain was driving Suda away, and you did that and then some. One more thing.
Yo.
You know, I kind of fired you and all, but you think maybe you want to keep working here? I understand kids these days have all sorts of commitments, so I get it that the answer's got to be no. If you pay me well. Yeah, you still looks like you still got your courage. Just don't go expecting me to make the job any easier for you here. There were bells on that one, right? Yeah. Or stars. I'll be counting on you. I was on auto. I didn't even realize it. I feel like my bond with the Y is growing even deeper.
Good.
All right, first order of business is taking out the trash. Come on, we got to get rid of these prototypes. Disassemble them, wipe the prints off before we toss them, okay? And I'm not letting you leave till they're done.
See ya.
Hey, what's going on? About Suda. Let's keep an eye on him for a while. Seems like he was on the level, but we can't be too careful. Understood. Good. If anything bad happens, it'd already be too late. I'm just gonna hang back and run the store for a while. Safer that way. And that means I'm gonna teach you all I know, all you gotta know about the business. I hope you're ready for it. I'm counting on you, Ren. Alright, I think I heard bells on both. I think I'm fine. I kind of want to guarantee.
I should write something.
Because I wasn't paying attention. I'm almost certain I got the star twinkles for a rank up there, but I'm gonna make sure that I get the right answers because the right answer for that middle one was
good.
The middle one, which we will do. I don't know. What kind of answer is that? I ain't one to talk, but you should probably think about taking this a little more seriously, kid. Alright, so this one, I definitely got it right. You can actually do any of these, but like these bottom two are the right ones.
All right.
I just want to guarantee that I get it, because I actually have a chance with this one to rank up and get everybody maxed before the last semester. Definitely heard it on that one.
Well then.
Kemi. Shinya's not there. I'm almost certain I have a death persona. Not that it matters for here, but
I should write something.
Shinya's actually going to be the hard one to get because in the next 9 days he needs to show up twice.
It doesn't matter if it becomes an epidemic.
No need for a clinical trial. You came at the perfect time. Come in.
Hey.
girl I've been treating is coming in soon. Do you want to see how she's doing? Do we?
Hey, Doctor. Does it matter who likes someone first?
So they got the lady that plays Shinya to do this voice.
What are you talking about?
There's a boy I like, but my friend told me that I have to let her have him because she liked him first.
Oh, that's not true.
Really? Then why did she say that?
Likely because she's jealous of you. Just be careful because it might result in pandemonium.
Pandemonium?
That girl's gotten a lot better. So much so, in fact, that now she's gossiping. She even comes in on days she doesn't have to. It appears she's nearly fully recovered.
Which is good.
Which reminds me, the new medicine will be completed soon. Your data has been extremely helpful due to your generic body type and bland health history. You've been a splendid guinea pig. I mean, participant. So, thanks again. By the way, how have I been doing? Have I been helpful? For your escapades with the Phantom Thieves, I mean.
What?
Come on. You and I both know that you were lying about needing to prepare for the entrance exams. I visited Oyamada in jail. A swing of fortunes like that could have only come at the hands of the Phantom Thieves. And to have it happen when it did, isn't the only logical conclusion to think that it's you?
So what if it's true?
A normal person would probably notify the police. Well, I don't care. The point is that without you, I wouldn't have been able to complete my mission. I would have never finished the new medicine while I was being deceived by Oyamada, and I would have never met any of the townspeople. I bet the Phantom Thieves save people in need, just like doctors do, huh?
You could describe it like that.
I'll go out on a limb for you. I'll have even more powerful medicine ready for you. I trust that you'll use them appropriately.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart.
Oath.
Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of death, granting thee infinite power.
Hell yeah.
All right.
More revival items.
All right.
She just, dude, I'm right there with you, man. There's that jaded edge that's missing from her voice.
I'm not gonna give them to you for free, though. So you better make some money in the name of justice. Now go. Take care.
Oh, that's the double tap. Like I know I'm not alone in this, but I absolutely prefer her original voice to this new version of the voice. I don't know what the exact reason they couldn't bring back the original voice actress was. Probably contract negotiation deals, because those tend to be the most common thing that stops shit like this. But I really wish they could have gotten her, because like I said, I just don't think the lines work nearly as well with somebody who's as happy as she sounds, to put it bluntly, for Takemi. In December, he's online. Suck online. I know the city you're talking about Shido as well. All the buzz about Akechi's completely gone. Shido may have pressured the media for silence on this matter. Why don't people get mad about that shit? Doesn't make any sense. Kind of interested. Irritating to think about, but you're probably right. I thought something similar when Father collapsed. As long as it doesn't involve you, the news is nothing but another form of entertainment. For the general public, each passing story is simply a new means of killing time. They consume each topic, then discard it before moving on to the next big thing. But it's all going to change once they see Shido have a change of heart. I hope so. We will just have to wait for that belief in our own hearts.
All right, so Oya is gonna top out. Oh shit. No, it's fine. All right. I think this is rank 10 with Oya, so I don't have to care about my answers.
Oh, honey.
Right? Yeah, this is rank 10 with her, so I don't have to care.
Don't give it to me.
Take a seat.
Huh?
Sorry, I have to take this. Just a minute.
Yep, replace the previous article. No worries, right? Might as well go all out if we're gonna do this. I'm gonna scrap the others and rewrite them as well. Yep, tomorrow morning then. Sorry, that was the chief.
You were on good terms?
He's been great. He's ignoring the higher-ups' orders to help me. I'm doing a special expose on the Phantom Thieves, and the chief's helping me. It's about their origin and the root of the problem they're trying to solve. I think it really captures the spirit of journalism.
Oh boy. You don't need my info, right?
As if. Your observations and analysis are the heart of the story. The higher-ups were against it, but this expose has been very popular with our readers. Since we've sold so many copies, there's nothing they can do about it. Or us. So, we're planning to throw in additional articles while we have the chance.
I'm glad to hear that.
This is only just the beginning, though. All right, let's throw a victory celebration. Lala-chan, I hope you have some champagne for us.
I told you last time, we don't have any of that here.
That's what I figured. So, I reserved a bottle at the wine shop.
Okay, I'll go get it for you.
Impressive. Looks like Lala-chan took the hint. I wanted to speak with you. In private.
I mean, I'm happy to talk. What's up?
I'll loosen up a bit, will ya? I've been quietly making preparations to write a story about Shido's confidant, too. I'm going to uncover the truth. I swear to Kaio. Thanks. Again. Whenever I felt like giving up, you encouraged me to keep going. It's all thanks to you that I was able to get this far, Mr. Phantom Thief. The Chief's change of heart happened exactly the same way as those other cases. And the timing was absolutely perfect. You're the only one who could have orchestrated all that.
It was Lala.
Lala-chan's more of a phantom menace. Oh crap, she's gonna be so pissed.
You better not. You
I'm
don't.
convinced from all the recent coverage that the Phantom Thieves truly are valiant, helping the weak, punishing the bad. They actually do all those things. In a sense, you and I have the same objective. We both want to expose the ills of society. So, I won't tell anyone about your true identity. Let's form a united front to fight evil. If it weren't for you, I never would have been able to return to my journalist self. My high schooler source who manipulated information ended up manipulating my heart, too. I'm gonna return the favor one of these days, all right? Until then, we'll race to see who can expose evil first.
I feel a strong bond with Oya.
I am thou.
Blood,
Thou art
oath,
I.
blood, oath, blood,
Thou
oath.
hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the devil, granting thee infinite power.
Thank God. I'm glad they changed her abilities. I'm glad they changed her abilities because her abilities are like.
All right.
They were bad in the first game. They were like useless in the first game, to be perfectly honest.
Anyway, where the hell is
is Lala-chan. Shall we get started then? Considering we're already in a celebratory mood. I wonder if you'll make it back home tonight. I'm gonna have you stick around till the very end. I will not accept your refusal.
Oh boy. Two more weeks till Christmas. Do you have plans? I'm gonna cheer for Akechi-kun and Shido-san. That was a weird prank, so I want to support him. Especially Kechi. He hasn't said anything about it at all. I'm really worried about him. Sure hope he's busy investigating. Just keep supporting the election and wait. Man, Shido, and is the media still backing him? When Shido spills the tea, the whole situation will flip. Everyone hears the truth. I'm sure they'll open their eyes. Damn it, Shido, how much longer do we have to wait? Oh, you know what? Listen to this. I found this unbelievable scumbag on the fan site. I think he's super popular, but he has the worst hobby ever. What is it? He likes watching women fight over him. He manipulates them against each other. Some people have gotten hurt or bullied out of school. He's left a ton of victims in his wake, but they just accept whatever happens. So none of it ever turns into a big public issue. He never faces any consequences for any of it. He wants to keep doing whatever he wants. Smug bastard. I think he thinks he owns all those girls. It's awful. I know, what a douchebag. When I have this guy to have a change of heart, that's why he'll see those girls. That way these girls will all see the truth. He had a name here. Apparently they call him Hikaru Arihara. Wow, I couldn't say that fucking name. Let's talk more about it at the hideout, okay?
Okay.
That's interesting. Do all of the confidants get like high tier events? All right. So with this, we only need what am I at? It's one more. It'll be one more with him, and then two more with a Y. Or no, it'll be one more with him and then two more with a Y. Do I have a tower confidant or tower persona on me? I do.
Let's do it.
You know what? We can do that shit next time. I want to try to maintain the same fucking sleep cycle. It's been a little rough the past couple of nights because like I've been very easily distracted, but this is a good spot to stop. So that is it for me tonight, people. So we got to the boss. That was a cool extra phase. Like he did some dumb shit. I didn't think I was in super big danger with the fight against Shido, but like there was definitely points where I'm like, oh shit. And then I learned, hey, guess what? Fucking the Tyrant Fist thing is a bless aligned damage, which why would you not have it be almighty damage? I don't understand that. But yes, I can reflect it. So, and I did, and I was like, what? It was a very like shocking moment because I wasn't expecting the reflect to go off. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will also probably be the last stream before Christmas because I'm going home to see my parents for Christmas, and I probably won't be back Friday night to get a stream in. Yes, so I will end up so no stream Thursday, no stream. I would like to say no stream Friday, but like I know that we're not doing my tabletop game, so maybe I could come in and get an extra stream in Friday night. I won't know until I get home, until I get back here, so we'll worry about that when the time comes. All right. If you're new here, come back by hitting that follow button when you know when I'm live. You can hit the bell if you want to know, if you want notifications. Yeah. I think I have figured out what I'm going to do for my next game. Well, I have two options, really. In my head, I have two options. Either A, I go back and finish Etrian Odyssey Nexus, which I want to do. Or B, it's like over there somewhere, but I want to play 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Because I keep hearing people talk about this game, and I want to like actually play it. So I'll make the decision, but that'll be like after we finish Persona. Whenever that ends up happening, after we finish Persona, we'll go for it. All right. People, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. Before I do, I need one kindness from each and every one of you. You should have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, whatever has to be wherever you are at. And I will see you guys tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon, do a Zooter stream, and then we're gonna do our Terraria shit afterwards, multiplayer shenanigans. But we'll see. All right. Later. Bye. My hands didn't hit the button. Right?